What's up, everybody? It's your buddy Shock Fox. Welcome back finally to another video. Dear God, it was too long. But I just want to say this video is not about that. It's actually about Ghosts of Tabor and the biggest update we've probably ever seen. If you don't know, the big update was supposed to hit the 22nd, but it was delayed, probably for good reason, so they could polish over the new features and make sure it's actually good before it releases. But it's actually going to be released sometime next week. Not quite sure when on the date or time, but today I really just want to go over some of the features and stuff that they're going to be releasing when it actually updates. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get on to the first subject. First, we're going to be talking about the maps. We're going to be seeing Matka Underground, and that should be the subway system slash sewer system, so that's going to be huge. I can't wait to actually get under there and see what kind of action, CQB action you can get in there, what kind of loot will spawn there. And on top of that, we should be seeing the Matka Miest day mode. I actually can't wait for this because Matka Miest is one of my most favorite maps in the whole Ghosts of Tabor. And on top of the Matka Miest day and underground, we should also be seeing a slight expansion of two buildings. It's going to be the cathedral and museum. So that's going to be really cool because we're actually going to be seeing some of our first interiors on Matka. And from there, who knows, we might actually get more in later updates further down the road. With the Matka map expansion, the underground, and the interiors, I also want to talk about the new boss that they're going to be adding. Codename the Collector. It kind of reminds me of the Tagilla boss on Factory on Tarkov. What's really cool about this boss is he's going to have a special type of armor and gun that you're not actually even going to be able to get except for whenever you kill him. The gun that he's actually going to be using is the 6 Sauer XM250. And of course, the armor he's wearing is basically a modified version of the 6B43 armor, like the tier 6 that we see now, except it has thigh protection and of course like a peen pad. So basically you're not going to be able to get your peen shot off, which is going to be excellent. And of course he's going to have a customized helmet. It's going to be a yall helmet. This helmet is probably one of my most favorite helmets in any other game, specifically Tarkov. This thing basically tanks almost every shot you shoot at it. So if it's anything like Tarkov, this thing's going to be beastie. Moving on, I also want to talk about one little thing that may or may not come in this update. I'm not actually sure. They teased it on the Twitter. You can actually go and check it there. The Clint Eastwood DLC. I think it's just called the Eastwood DLC. I could be wrong about that. This DLC should include a revolver, a sawed-off shotgun, and I'm pretty sure it should include a lever action, and of course a cosmetic cowboy hat. So that DLC is going to be kind of sick. You're going to get some oldie weapons, and that should be a lot of fun to play with. And next, I really want to talk about some new game mechanics and a couple more like featured things. First off, we're going to be getting a green key card. This is going to be an entirely new key card found on the boss only, on the Collector. We're also going to see some new nerd mechanics. Instead of just sticking the nerds into your arm, they've showcased that you're actually going to have to sit there and hold it onto your arm until it's completely used up. I think it's gonna really change the combat in a whole, and that's not the only thing that should change the combat either. Because next on, we're going to talk about flashbangs. This is huge to me. It's also making me think that you could do some really toxic things with this, dude. And it's very similar to Tarkov. It's not going to be like a white flash screen. It's not going to blind you. It's just basically going to be burned into your eyeballs. I can't wait for that. And we may or may not be seeing this now or in a future update, but I did hear about a med pouch armor module. Basically, it'll be like an armor module that you stick on your armor, and you'll be able to put meds like nerds, bandages in it, and it's going to be its entirely own thing. I think you should still be able to stick stuff in your bag, but that's another thing that's going to change gameplay, maybe make it a little bit slower, fast-paced. I'm not 100% sure, but that's actually really huge because it means we're getting more armor module stuff. Another thing they leaked a little bit was the screw-on suppressors. It's going to add a sense of realism, and if of course you don't screw it on all the way, they tease that you can actually shoot that thing off. That's going to be really goofy if you ever see someone shoot their suppressors off in game. A couple other little things that I've seen and heard about is colored bullet tips. You can tell if you're using like regular ammo, AP rounds, or tracer rounds. I've actually been waiting for this for a really long time. For streamer cams, it's going to be coming into this update, so if you're a streamer, or of course if you ever watch streamers, when this update hits, they're going to have specific like head cams, I think gun cams, a body cam, I think more stabilization. So that should be really interesting to see like in live streams and stuff. And of course, you know, I think a lot of streamers are going to be excited for that one. For this one, I don't think will come into this update, but I want to mention it anyway, because if it does, this is going to be huge. It's the character reconnect option. I've actually been looking forward to this because there's been countless times that I've disconnected and just lost so much gear. It's been so disappointing and depressing. And of course, it's going to help with people that don't have as good internet as other people. Another thing as well is, I don't know if you've ever seen the little famous clips of some cheaters that have been coming into the game with like the massive deagle. It's actually really ridiculous and kind of funny, but they are going to be hiring a cheat staff. So that's going to be huge. They're actually going to have people monitoring if people cheat or hack, because I think hacks are starting to become more prominent. Not a lot of people use them, I don't think, but it's good to know that we're going to have some sort of like anti-cheat system going in. Alright guys, I pretty much covered everything that I wanted to cover. A lot of like the big things and some features and some minor things that they're going to be adding. If I missed something, let me know down in the comments, because I'd rather know than not know. But yeah, if you want to drop a sub, drop a like, I would appreciate it. But if you don't want to, I really just appreciate you guys for watching this video. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace.